Hey, Jennifer Martin here with Affinityville Properties Group with Keller Williams, North Atlanta here in Alpharetta, Georgia. So a lot of people have been reaching out to me lately and asking me, should I buy a house? Should I wait? What should I do? So I put together a few scenarios here with interest rates just to give you an idea so you can make your own decision based on this information. So I'm going to share with you. Let's see, share my screen. So this is the week of April, ending April 15th. And so the good news is mortgage interest rates are still below the 50-year average. The 50-year average was 7.72%. And currently, rates are hovering just around 5, slightly over. So I'm using 5.25 here for the example today. A $600,000 purchase, putting 20% as a down payment, and we're talking about 30-year mortgage at an interest rate of 5.25. Your estimated payment for just principal and interest only, I'm not going to include taxes and insurance for this example today, that would be added on top of this. So just your actual loan at 5.25 for a $600,000 purchase with 20% down, estimated payment is about $26.50 a month. Now, if we're looking at the 50-year average of 7.72%, the monthly payment for that same house, same price, would be about $34.28. So as you can see from this example, we are still below the 50-year average. Interest rates are still low over, comparison over the 50 years. Yes, they're higher than last year. We did have a couple of years of very low rates, but overall rates are low. I mean, that is a huge savings, about $778 per month. We're talking the difference between 5.25 and the 7.72% 50-year average. So buying now, you're still saving. So that's the good news. The bad news is that $600,000 house today was only $500,000 this time last year. And also last year we had a 2.75 interest rate, which would have given you a payment, principal and interest only, $1,532 a month. So that same house last year for $500,000 is now worth today about $600,000 with that 20% year-over-year inflation rate here. This is true for North Atlanta. So if you bought a house last year, congratulations, you already have a bunch of equity. But if you didn't buy in that house that you wanted last year for $500,000, now if you were to buy it, you're looking at a $600,000 purchase price. So if you bought last year, you would have saved about $1,100 a month, because today the house is worth about $600,000, and we're calculating in a 5.25 interest rate with a payment of $26.50. Last year, it would be a $500,000 house at a 2.75 interest, so that would have been $1,532. So if you take what your payment would be today minus what you would have paid last year, if you bought last year, so you would have saved this much. So almost a little over $1,100 a month. So that's the bad news. If you waited and didn't buy last year, well, there's nothing you can do about that, right? But those of you who did, congratulations. So let's look at the reality now. The reality is buy now before rates go even higher. Well, what we do know is that interest rates are going to continue to rise this year. Unless something big changes, that is the plan to slow inflation. So let's say that a house is listed for $535, and in order to win, you had to offer $600,000. So let's say you won the house at $600,000. So your payment, as we said, for principal and interest only for 30 years with 20% down payment is roughly $26.50, right, for the $600,000. if you wait too long, the interest rates could go up. So let's say if you wait a few months and interest rates go up to 6% later in the year, that same $600,000 house at 6% is going to be $2,877. I mean, waiting could cost you. So if you wait, it could cost you an additional $227 per month just by waiting. And that's only if they're at 6%. I don't know. They may be lower, they could go higher. And then also the prices keep going up because we have a shortage of inventory. Showing you right here, a house listed for $535 in order to win this house, $600,000. And we're talking about a nice house. I mean, a house that everyone loves. There's going to be multiple offers because we're in a bidding war. We have a lack of inventory. So we have more buyers than we do sellers. That's the reality. So regardless of interest rates going up, if you want to buy a house, you're still going to be competing. And interest rates are only going to make your payment more expensive the longer you wait. So I hope that helps you, making a decision on what you want to do. If you need help or want me to run numbers on a different purchase price, please feel free to reach out to me. Jennifer Martin here with Affinity Real Properties Group at Keller Williams, North Atlanta in Alpharetta, Georgia. My number is 470-258-5315. All right. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.